We are surrounded on all sides, above and below, within and without, by love, protection, divinity, and magic. The circle is cast, and so it is. Hello. My name is Chelb. My pronouns are they, them, and this is Phasecraft Collective, your weekly check-in with the tarot to get the vibes, see what's possible, see what's up with the energy, the possibilities, whatever, for the week to come. I'm gonna be so honest with you all. I didn't know if we were gonna get to this today. I really didn't. If you are watching, it's fine. I look the way I feel, and you might be like, Chelb, you look like you always do. And that's because I always feel fairly low effort. Fairly not inspired to, look the most presentable. But I'm here. I showed up here for you. It's interesting. It's an interesting day. I took the last 2 weeks off from my day job, and got to just be a full-time witch for 2 weeks, which was awesome. And coming back, it was like, oh, I know now more than ever that I don't want to work for other people as soon as possible. My day job also has a lot to do with electoral politics, and so it's just a lot. There's a lot going on. My energy is low, but I wanted to be here and do this with you all and hope to offer some sort of, I don't know, respite, hope, something for you here today. Before we get into it, just a reminder that I don't remember, I don't think it was ready yet at this time next week. I am doing a final round of Tarotcraft, my 4-week introductory tarot course in December. It's Saturdays, December 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th, which means we will have a session on the winter solstice, which is so fun. 3-hour classes each of those days, going in depth with the history of tarot, the court cards, the major arcana, different ways to interpret the minors. It's a blast. It's a fun time. You get a really in-depth workbook as well to help you with your studies. And this will be the last time it's offered until spring of 2025. So get in while it's hot. All the links will be in the episode description as per always. It's offered on a tiered pricing model, so there's 3 levels of pricing, and there's a little bit of information on how to help you choose what pricing model to go with on the website. I do also offer payment plans, so we can break down any of the 3 price tiers into a 4 payment plan with 1 payment due every 2 weeks. So just reach out if that is something that you would need or want. So that's that. Should we get to the good stuff or what? If this is your first time with me here, we always start with a few moments to breathe and ground and center and cast our protective circle. And I'm needing it today more than most days. So if you'd like, you can join me in closing your eyes, taking a couple of breaths, maybe big open mouth ones. Feeling your shoulders rising and falling, your rib cage expanding and softening. Maybe if it feels good, put your hands over your heart, over the center of your chest. If you're like me, you might have some tension here. You can also massage your sternum with your fingertips if that feels good. Goo is just outside the door, yelling and screaming. She just got dinner, so I don't know what her deal is. Maybe she's just offering her energy to us, which is so thoughtful of her. As you breathe, just become aware of wherever your body is making contact with the floor, with the ground, whether it be your feet on the floor, your seat in a chair, your back on your bed. Put all of your focus into the area where your body is connected to Earth, where your body is being held by gravity and space. Feeling yourself held and protected and supported. I'm going to call to the spirits and guardians of the elements, and as I name them, I invite you to imagine their force, their essence, creating a circle of protection around you. Maybe a circle of salt, or trees, or stones, or mushrooms. Maybe a ring of fire. Maybe a moat of water, opening and filling with the groundwater beneath you. Maybe a dome of air, of light, of any color that feels supportive and protective to you. Maybe a combination of all of these or something else altogether that comes to mind as I name and call to the elements. I call to the spirits and guardians of the north, of Earth, the deepest roots and the tallest trees, the stardust that gave shape to this planet and to our bones. Hail and welcome. I call to the spirits and guardians of the east, of air, of wind and breath, of thought and change. Hail and welcome. I call to the spirits and guardians of the south, of fire, of the life-giving sun and the powers of creation and destruction, cleansing and renewal. Hail and welcome. And I call to the spirits and guardians of the west, of water, of the oceans and our blood, the rivers and our sweat, the rain and our tears. Hail and welcome. We are surrounded on all sides, above and below, within and without, by love, protection, divinity, and magic. The circle is cast, and so it is. You can take a couple more breaths. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Cool. Kirby came in right at the end and yelled. So if you heard that, that's just him, again, offering his energy. I'm sure I've said it before, but he has a flopping fish toy that we call his fish wife. And he will carry it around and yell about it until we all know that he and his fish wife are having a moment. So, anyway, let's see what the tarot has in store for us. This is a big month for so many reasons. Obviously, energetically, if you're in the US, tomorrow is a day. And it is likely that tomorrow's stuff will carry on past tomorrow. And no matter what happens, we always have more to do. We always have more to explore. And we always have each other. We always have each other. This is really interesting so far. I mean, one of the first things that came out was the Four of Swords. So what that is really, really pointing out is the need that as the week progresses, I invite you to it's not like, I mean, I've talked about the Four of Swords before with y'all. It's productive rest, right? So you're taking time away. You're taking a step back so that you can be recharged and ready for what comes next, and so that you can approach the situation with fresh eyes. And because if you don't rest, if you don't take the time to regenerate your energy, that is worse for you in the long run. And the long run is what matters. A lot of these like almost coming out and then not. We only have 6 cards, which is less than normal, but so I'm just going to give it, there's one. The Chariot. Chariot. There we go. It's like, wait, no, I have more to say. That was loud. Apologies. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go back to the beginning here. This is the Page of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the Lovers. The Page of Cups and the Lovers with the 4 of Swords. But especially the Page of the Cups and the Lovers. Remember that your actions, the way that you follow your intuition, your instincts, the way that you show up for your passion, it is never just about you. It is never just about you. You might be doing it for yourself, but there is always an influence on other people with your actions. There is always a choice to be made between what is best for you and what is best for all. And you have to decide how to align your choices with your heart and with your passions and with your values. And you have to acknowledge when you don't. And again, with the 4 of Swords, no matter what choice you make, give yourself time to make peace with it. Give yourself time to remember that no matter what choice you make, everyone else is also entitled to their choice. Give yourself time to make peace with whatever happens as a result of your choice, so that you can, again, move forward. 4 of Cups. 5 of Swords is really interesting here too. Because when we have the 4 of Cups, we have the 10 of Coins, and the 5 of Swords. I want to talk about the 5 of Swords. Sometimes things end that don't feel resolved. And it can be easy, 4 of Cups, to get caught up in the present and the past. It can be easy to get caught up in what is immediately in front of us. And obsess almost over what wasn't done in a way that can become extremely divisive and, again, unproductive. It will take separating yourself from what was, separating yourself from the need to control the situation in order to see what else can be done. This feels like a really big reminder that no matter what happens tomorrow, no matter what happens this week, the answer is not in the could haves or should haves. The answer is in, okay, this is what has happened, and so what do we do now? And the 10 of Coins really feels just like the the hope of, and again, I'm saying this no matter what happens. This is the reminder that we choose our legacy. We build the world that we want to see. We create the abundance and connection and community that we desire. It is in our hands. It is in the hands of those who choose to work for it and choose to show up and choose to see all the different ways that these things are achieved. So again, no matter what happens, we continue. And as long as we continue, we create that future. This is backed up by, well, there's a few things here. First, I want to talk about the Chariot. Chariot and the Eight of Wands, but the Chariot relates back to Cancer. The sign, Cancer. And it is very much linked to, again, our power and how we use that power to carry forward collective. The Eight of Wands then coming in to say, win immediate change, win immediate or unexpected information, inspiration, ideas, choices come to pass. You then choose, again, how you move forward from that. Lots of just choice happening here in this particular reading. Lots of connection to how, like, we are in charge of ourselves, and there are many, many ways that we can choose to use that power. The King of Cups, the Hierophant, Strength, and the Empress. Strength and the Empress. Creating, building worlds, manifesting the happiness, the vulnerability, the emotional intelligence. The answer, again, is in it's not in anger. It's not in, like, again, control. It's in trust, right? Strength, it's not, there's no force. I mean, this card used to be called Force. But the figure on Strength isn't forcing the lion to open its mouth. They're gently coaxing it. And the only reason that it is happening, that they are able to do it, is, again, trust. Trusting that trusting yourself, trusting your emotions, trusting your knowledge, trusting other people to make choices that are in service with their own values, and trusting that all of our choices can come together, no matter what they are. All of our choices can come together to, again, build the life that we want to see. But again, it's not going to happen if we stop. It's not going to happen if we pursue or what is the word I'm looking for? Perpetuate conflict. The Hierophant and the King of Cups. Navigating within institutions, when the institutions go against your heart. But looking for the people who have fought and continue to fight, and seeing how they're doing it, engaging in actual conversation, learning from those who have been here before us, and allowing them to guide us is how we can actually, again, manifest and create the future that we want to see. I'm going to pull the bottom of the deck here. The Page of Wands. Stay curious. Don't let your momentum die. Again, no matter what happens, there is always an opportunity to create, to build, to find what is next. That's the reading. That's what we've got. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. Let's go ahead and close the space, shall we? So, you can go ahead and close your eyes again if it feels safe and good to do so. Just take a couple of breaths. You might choose to bring your hands to your heart again if it feels okay. And reimagine that elemental barrier around you, whether it's air, water, fire, or earth, or some combination of the four. Take a big deep breath in, and on your exhale, release that circle, sending those elements sinking back into the ground or dissipating out into the ether, releasing the circle and opening the energy. I release the spirits and guardians of the west, the south, the east, and the north, with sending you back to your place, in the natural order, with praise and with gratitude. I send the energy of all those watching and listening back to them whole, complete, and intact. And I take my energy back to myself whole, complete, and intact. May we remain friends, though our energies are no longer crossed, corded, or tangled at all, starting now. Take a breath, feel your energy settle into you, all yours. The circle is open, and so it is. That is all for us this evening. My partner just got home and called for me, so you might have heard that instead of cat noises during our circle there. Yeah, folks, what a time. Tomorrow evening, Tuesday, November 5th, I am coming out of yoga teacher retirement to do a 1-hour yoga and breathwork class. It'll be virtual on Zoom. I just sent out a newsletter with all the info. I'll put the link to that in the episode description as well. It'll be a fundraiser for Ahmed and Jude, who I've been working with a few other people to raise money for their GoFundMe campaigns. If you can't make it and you'd rather just donate directly to them, please do. I will also have their GoFundMe links directly in the episode description as well. I hope to see you there. If you need a little bit of grounding and centering on a wild day, I've got you. And you can just come and lay there for an hour if you need held space to do so. So that is all I have for you. I hope you get some rest. I hope you treat yourself kindly, and I will see you next week.